According to NRSA report, India is losing 1.3 million hectares of forest covered every year. Problems of forestry, reasons of depletion of forest, overgrazing, mining, urbanization, industrialization, forest fire, reckless cutting of trees, that is deforestation, jhum cultivation or shifting cultivation, increasing farmland, overgrazing, forest fire, destruction due to mining, jhuming or slash and burn cultivation, which is taken place in northeast part of India by tribal people. Forest fire generally it can be man-made or naturally it can happen. Destruction due to mining, especially in plateau region, overgrazing in Peninsular Plateau region as well as Central Plateau region, logging, urbanization, expansion of agricultural land for food purpose, industrialization, effects of deforestation, soil erosion, desertification, loss of biodiversity, environmental changes, decrease in rainfall, global warming, lowering groundwater table. Conservation of natural vegetation. Government initiative. Reserve and protected forest. Van Mahotsav program. Thousands of trees are planted every year in the month of July and August, that is during the rainy season. Forest Research Institute at Dehradun and Coimbatore for promotion and preservation of forest properly. National Forest Policy. Afforestation objectives to increase forest cover, planting more trees increases oxygen production and air quality. Rehabilitation of degraded forests to increase carbon fixation and reducing carbon dioxide from atmosphere. Raising bamboo plantations, mixed plantations of minor forest produce and medicinal plants. Regeneration of indigenous herbs and shrubs, awareness creation, monitoring and evaluation to increase the level and availability of water table or groundwater and also to reduce nitrogen leaching in soil and nitrogen contamination of drinking water, thus making it pure, not polluted with nitrogen. Nature aided artificial regeneration. Sustainable use. Proper use of forest resources without causing any adverse effect on our economy and environment. Forest Research Institute at Dehradun, Coimbatore, to develop social forestry, we have three different types of social forestry: agroforestry, community forestry, and forestry by officials. Social forestry to reduce pressure on traditional forests by planting trees, to collect fuel wood, timber, and other social supplies, help in checking water and wind erosion by acting as shelter belts, employment and additional income generation. Afforestation is done along fallow land, degraded forest land, railway line, roads, canal and river bank, panchayat land and common land. Along roads, plantation has taken place, along the river banks or along the railways. Shelter belts. Shelter belts are also known as windbreaks also. It not only saves the forest or increases the forested land, but also it saves the croplands from the deserted desertification or dominant winds coming from the desert. Agroforestry, planting trees and agricultural crops together on farms for food, fuel, fodder, timber, or fruits. Forestry and agriculture, trees bind soil and act as shelter belts, thus check soil erosion. Deep roots of trees trap new nutrients and bring them close to the surface. Leguminous trees fix atmospheric nitrogen, thus improves fertility of the soil. Soil nutrient increases due to additional and deposition of leaf litter. Species selection in agroforestry depends on the natural climate of that same region and need of the farmer. Benefits of agroforestry system. Environmental benefits. Reduction of pressure on natural forests, better protection of ecological systems, reduction of surface runoff, nutrient leaching and soil erosion, reduction of evaporation of soil moisture through a combination of mulching and shading, increment in soil nutrients through addition and decomposition of litter. Economic benefits, increment in and outputs of food wood, fuel wood, fodder, fertilizer and timber, reduction in total crop failure which is common in monoculture systems. Social benefits, improvement in rural living standards from sustained employment and higher income, improvement in nutrition and health due to increased quality and diversity of food outputs, stabilization and improvement of tribal communities. Community forest, trees planted by community in their respective colonies. Forestry by officials, trees planted by forest department cater needs of community, especially along roads, canals, railways. Forest protection by government officials. Reserve forest under a direct supervision of government. No public entry is allowed for collection of timber or grazing. Has full degree protection. All activities are prohibited unless permitted. Protected forest. All activities are permitted unless prohibited. Looked after by the government, has limited degree of protection. Local people are allowed to collect fuelwood, graze animals without causing damage to the forest. Ban Mahotsav, a festival to celebrate the forests in India. It spreads the public awareness every year in the month of July and August. Ban Mahotsav takes place. Chipko movement. It shows the value of forest started at Uttarakhand. Sacred groups by local people, generally tribal people, they have traditional institution. They try to conserve the biodiversity and forest. They worship of virgin forest. Water storage facilities done, rich in medicinal plants. Forest policy to check indiscriminate deforestation, prevent overgazing, control shifting cultivation, carry out deforestation and reforestation in quick succession, efficient utilization of forest products. Protect our forest and stay green.